Happy new moon, my loves. Welcome to this new moon chakra tune in for the Taurus Gemini new moon. Right off the bat, y'all, energy's a little different. It's a little off. I feel like I'm in alignment, but the energy I've been kind of tuning into, prepping for this reading, excuse me, not too big of a fan of it, all right? But we're still gonna push through. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I actually thought I lost an entire deck, my moon mantra deck that we end on with the affirmations. Couldn't find it for the life of me. So I've literally been searching, and it was in the back of one of my drawers. So I don't know if that's going to be relevant to y'all during this time, during this new moon energy, where it just something is seemingly lost but will be found. If you're patient enough to kind of keep your eyes open for where it could be, I don't know. There's just something that feels a little foggy, a little hazy. Pulling into this new moon, I've been having like brain fog and just, again, dropping my phone everywhere. Like, child, I'm not a fan. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm not a fan of this energy. Something about this new moon or the energy over the past couple days has just been ick. Like, not with it. So I've been doing a lot of grounding. I hope you guys have been too, if you've been feeling the same. Now, that could just be I'm feeling this based on my own natal chart. Your natal chart could be highly supportive under this energy. So I've been working to cleanse that so I can kind of get the full gambit of what everyone needs to hear right now, okay? And what we need to be aware of. So just bear with me as I'm cleaning it all out, all right, for y'all. But let me go ahead and get your incense lit, and then we will start our pre-channel session, all right, y'all? Welcome in. Hi, Aurora. Hi, Angela. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being here, showing all that love to the chat. Yes, we're definitely happy to have you back, Aurora. All right. Yes, a challenging week. That is a beautiful way to put it, Angela. It has been a challenging week. It surely has. So I'm right there with you, love. Ooh. A 6 placement stellium in Taurus tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. It's something about that. Yeah. It's something about that. We'll get to the bottom of it. But I do want to say we do have a couple of deck changes for our new moon series or our moon energy series. I will be now using, and of course I'm going to forget the name of the deck right when I'm about to, I think it's Mystic Mondays Tarot. I've always wanted to buy this deck, and it just never felt right until recently, so I've been playing around with it, kind of getting into it. I like the color scheme of the deck as opposed to our usual Crow Tarot. I think it'll kind of add into the chakra energy that we're trying to tap into and tune into here. I then also added the Urban Crow Oracle at the end. Okay, so we're swapping out the Crow Tarot for the Urban Crow Oracle. It's by the same author, so it's been really nice to use as well. So I'm hoping that'll add a little bit of like a mixed up and different kind of energy to these readings, all right? And we'll still end on our moon mantra at the very end. A couple of housekeeping notes. A lot of you have maybe seen the poll I posted on my community tab about moving forward with the astrology tarot and the love tarot readings. I just kind of want to get a feel for where you guys are at, if you would maybe want those like on the same day. So that meaning I will do one live for the astrology and then another live for the love, but it's just on the same day as opposed to 2 weeks apart. Or the other option is having both of those spreads. So I'll pull out all the decks for each spread and we'll do the beginning oracle and the tarot for the astrology and the love spreads. And I'll put timestamps in a pinned comment or in the description box, probably both, for easier access, so that it's just one live per cusp. We look at your astrology, we then look at love. And then that would also come with extendeds for both portions. So we'll look into the outcome of the astrology energy in the extended reading that'll follow that live. And then we'll also look into the love and the energy dynamics and the love notes and things like that. So there would be an extension in the extended readings that I'm doing. So it wouldn't just be love, it'll also cover the astrology. Or we can just keep it how we've been rocking it. We do everybody for the astrology tarot. We then go through the love readings, and that won't change if that's what you guys like. So thank you guys to everybody who's already voted. Thank you guys for everybody who has shared your thoughts in the comments. I love to hear that from you all, because I definitely just want to make sure I'm giving you the content and the readings that you guys enjoy and want to tune in, and that you ultimately, more importantly, find helpful. You know, I don't want to do a reading style where you guys like, I'm not getting anything out of this. I just want to make sure I'm connecting with you guys in the right way. So make sure you go vote if you haven't. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear that from you all so I can kind of see where everybody is at. Okay. All right. So that's that for that. I was going to bring something else out, but I'll probably bring that up in another live after we kind of sort this out. Oh, and I do just want to say, you'll have until the end of May to vote on that poll, because I want to start whatever new style, whatever new setup in June. So just keep that in mind. If you haven't voted yet, you'll have until the end of the month. So June, we will start or continue with whatever we choose to do here, okay? Alrighty, y'all. Alrighty. Ooh, the Fearless Oracle deck. Ooh. Okay, I'll look into that, because I'm always open to your guys' suggestions or what decks you enjoy to see or enjoy using. So I will look into that, Aurora. Thank you. All right. So again, like I was telling y'all, this week pulling into this new moon, very challenging. Very, very challenging, like Angela said. I don't know why. I just want to say it's just something ain't right. Like there's just something not right with it. I don't know if it's, again, just hitting my energy in a not so right way. Maybe you guys are thriving under this, but it seems like, again, I lost or seemingly lost my moon mantra deck. I was looking high and low for it. Didn't freak out, but I was like, that's just so strange for an entire deck to disappear. You know what I mean? I could see maybe losing a few cards, but like an entire deck. And then as I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll move forward and we won't do the reading. It was like, check the back of your drawer, and I checked. I'm like, okay, there it is. So again, something could be seemingly lost. You might feel seemingly lost in this moment in time whenever you connect with this reading, but trust that you'll be found. You'll be found. For some of you, this is like something clicking in at the last minute, something revealing itself at the last minute, which, can't even lie to y'all, it gives me a little bit of like Aggie energy. Like I'm a little annoyed that you waited to the last minute to reveal yourself, or like to reveal this. Like, again, I feel like there is this healthy frustration around something. Maybe I'm hearing stubbornness. So some of you guys might be experiencing some stubbornness pulling into this new moon, or this new moon might be bringing that out of you. I would look in where you're being stubborn, because I do feel like it varies, because I keep hearing in not so good ways. So that could be a part of just revealing where you're maybe a little stiff-necked in certain areas, where you maybe need to kind of loosen up a little bit, or focused on the wrong things is what I just heard. It's like, again, be mindful of distractions. Please just be mindful of distractions. And that takes some time to really recognize when you're being distracted, or something's headed your way or showing up for you to distract you from something else. But do your very best to like not be reactive. Like, yeah, something comes to you that's challenging, something presents itself. Try to stay grounded, try to stay calm, try to just be like, okay, I'll figure it out. Like, try to stay a little optimistic, or at least be open to it working out, or a healthy solution, because it just feels like there could be things popping up, things that you might see, that you might hear, that you might witness or experience, that could easily get you focused on the wrong things. You know what I mean? Like, the challenge isn't really necessarily the problem, or some aspect of this challenge might be what you're focused on, where you maybe need to put your energy towards something else, relating to it, it just feels a little fuzzy, frazzled, what's really going on type of just kind of ugh. I don't know how else to describe it, but just saying like ugh, you know. What else though, Divine? Anything else for this new moon in Taurus and Gemini that I need to be aware of for this collective? Time machine and quieting the mind. Yeah, I really do feel like that's going to be a part of this challenge. Mind you, this particular cusp energy, it's the cusp of energy. A lot of hyperactive, kind of hyper focus. Again, stubbornness with the Taurus, fixed energy, but fixed in the mindset. Quieting the mind. Yeah, it's like there could be situations where you guys might typically freak out or overthink something or get so caught up in the head or the thinking part of it. Or yeah, it just feels like overthinking. I just heard mind games. Just be careful because, again, Pluto is retrograde right now. Time machine would say it is what it is. You can't go back and change the past. But it could be feeling as if you're being pulled back to the past. Or there's something, oh, that could be it. There could be a situation that might come about that could challenge you in that way. Like I could react in the old way or the old version of myself, or I could show up as the new version of me. Quieting the mind, where I kind of feel like it's attached to something or someone that's like actively trying to piss you off. And I am going to say piss you off because there is this like tinge of anger that I'm picking up on. It's really stemming from like annoyance, like collective. If people are trying you left and right, or there's a particular person who's just really trying to push your buttons because they think they can, or they've always been able to get you to react in a certain way, to then maybe push you into a realm of self-sabotage, or it feels a little like, not even a little, it feels very manipulative. And I feel like the challenge is seeing it for what it is. Time machine. Old me, new me. Old me, new me. Definitely, if you haven't, tune into that Taurus season reading. I know we're pulling into Gemini season soon. I'll be doing that Gemini season reading on the 20th. But just check back in with that Taurus reading, because I feel like this is kind of that a little bit. It's like the tail end, the last little bits of whatever we were pulling in there, which really did feel kind of like evolve or repeat, I think is the part of the title of that. You can either show up as the new you, handle the situation or approach the situation or deal with the situation differently, or you could just rely on your same patterning. But it does feel like the old patterning hasn't worked at one point but doesn't work now. Or I just heard I can't keep doing this. It's like, yeah, some of you are going to hit that wall where you're like, I cannot keep doing this. Like, I'm over this cycle. I'm over being this person. I'm over allowing people to make me be this person. Or again, can people really make you be anybody? No. It's a choice to react in a particular way. You have every opportunity to change that. But again, I think maybe that's where the stubbornness, like I'm feeling like stiff neck. Isn't that like a term, like stiff-necked people? People who they're just hard to shift their perspective is just really difficult. So whether you're dealing with people like that, Taurus Geminis, or why am I Taurus? Maybe Taurus Geminis might be in this energy under their moon, so that could be fair. Or just collective in general, you're dealing with that and with people around you, or I don't know, maybe you're in this energy, like it's hard for you to kind of change your perspective around something, or you're tempted. You're very, very tempted to show up in an old way or do the same old shit. Excuse my French, but like, you know what I mean? Like can't keep doing the same thing and expecting new results, like, or a different outcome. I just keep seeing like a wall, like a brick wall. Either it's like talking to a brick wall or somebody's just reached the end. I can't go enough where I can't do this anymore. Like, it has to change. It has to shift. In order to make that shift, though, clearly you have to quiet the mind. You have to really get into a meditative state amid the friction or amid the challenge to say, this is an opportunity to show up differently. This is an opportunity to do it differently. I don't have to do what people expect me to do. It's almost kind of like not giving people the satisfaction of being the old you. But that's, again, that's all active choice, yeah? Okay. Really intense pre-channel here. Let's get into this, all right? We're going to do our grounding and gratitude right now. Go ahead and do whatever practice feels right and best for you in this moment. I will be doing a silent prayer. You are more than welcome to pray along with me if it feels right for you, okay? Here we go. All right. I'm reading your comments, Aurora. So much around the spine, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we're in alignment. We're in alignment with that. Thank you, Aurora. All right, thank you so much, Divine, for being here with me and with the collective, tuning into this new moon energy in Taurus and Gemini. How is this energy activating, healing, balancing, or bringing energy towards our chakras? Great and full and wish upon a star. Yeah. So this kind of feels like how it kind of feels connected to that quieting the mind energy. Grounding and gratitude, right? Grounding and gratitude. Real big one. And like Aurora mentioned, energy around the spine, root chakra, right? I mean, the chakras align along the spine. But when I read that, I thought of the root. Okay? So just being grateful, again, very, very grateful for all that you have. Tapping into that Ace of Cups energy. My cup overflows. Everything is okay. Everything is going to work out the way it needs to. I also get the energy of letting go. Like letting it spill out over the edge. Some of you are like trying to hold in emotions. And so let me clarify that, because I know sometimes hearing like don't react in the old way could sound like stuff it down and like don't acknowledge it. That's not what I'm saying at all. Acknowledge how you feel, but don't become what you feel. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a difference between saying, oh, that really upset me and I'm angry, than exhibiting and embodying the anger. Like I feel like it's that type of shift in perspective or shift in approach here with dealing with something. Wish upon a star says something is close. I just heard that really, really loudly. Something is close. So here we go. This kind of happens under these moons. Typically where new moon, new energy, new seeds being planted, new things happening, right? This abundance of that void, the fertile void that we're all in or about to be under over the next 2.5 days. This is an opportunity here, collective, to really, truly start something new. Whether that, again, is in your consciousness, whether that is in your day-to-day routine, whether that is in your conversation, because right now my throat chakra is really, really tight. Whether that's, yeah, some of you, this is new ways of communicating, new ways of articulating yourself, new ways of speaking to people, especially if they're challenging you. Wish upon a star would say that something that you've held very close and near and dear to your heart, something that you've hoped for. Aquarian energy, star card. So star card and the Ace of Cups, if we're going to connect this to tarot. Something you have been aligning with is close. So this would be, of course, the moment where all the challenges show up to really see if, collective, you're ready for what you're wishing for. How great and how full is your cup? Some of this feels relationshipy. Okay, so this could be connected to a relationship for you, whether platonic or romantic. That's for you to know. But we got root energy here with 4. And I believe this is third eye energy with 39, wish upon a star. 39, breaking down into a 12, which is a 3. So 3 and 4. 34 might be an important number here for you. 39. What else? What other chakras are being activated here? Yeah, root, body and soul. Okay, can we get one more here, Divine? Thank you. Yeah, awakening genius. I'm going to put these in order. Okay. So awakening genius says ancestral patterns. It's what I typically get off of that oracle. Ancestral patterns. Patterns you are here in this lifetime to either uphold or break or change or shift. I just get a lot of wisdom. I feel like that card is telling the collective you're wiser than you're giving yourself credit for. You're wiser than you think you are. It's time to make wise choices and wise decisions. I really do feel like it's a lot of ancestral help and guidance and assistance to bring this wish into fruition. But body and soul tells me it's like some of y'all gotta have to, how could I say that? I would say that it would then be on a physical level and an actual like soul, spiritual, maybe even emotional level. I really want to say spiritual, not so much emotion. Body and soul for me is like there's something physically that needs to be done. Moved. You either have to start moving in a different way or being in different environments. Be mindful of the people you're around, collective. If you get around people and your body starts having reactions, pay attention to that. Stomach start flipping, start getting a headache, itchy. I don't know. It's like there's something visceral, like physical, that like is going to indicate that you need to start moving different or make a wise choice in that moment. I do get a lot of meditation. Yeah, you got a merry motive. This is kind of, although it says a merry motive, right? I'm stuck on the word motive. That's what I was picking up in that pre-channel. It's like somebody is around people or is dealing with a particular person or a particular situation where the motive is to push you in that time machine, to go backwards. Because this wish is so close. If I can get collective to go backwards, then they're going to miss this wish. The wish isn't going to happen. But that's where the power of that heart energy, your heart chakra, the power of your body and your soul, awakening genius, tapping into your ancestors, seeing things clearly, articulating yourself, right? It's like there's a lot of power available here, collective, for you to step into to, I was going to say avoid, but then I heard, no, we don't want to avoid. We want to address this situation head on. It's almost like collective has to get into that nothing can stop me mindset. because there is something that I do feel is actively trying to stop you. Trying to keep you out of alignment, because body and soul speaks of that unity, coming into union with your body and soul. That was, I feel like, connected to our last moon reading. Didn't that come out? Yeah. So 29, another 9. Yeah, so these are personal cycles that you guys are dealing with. Cyclical energy. 29 breaks down into an 11. So again, it's up to you to master this, collective. This is about your individual and unique path. How are you choosing to show up? For some of you, it's honoring your inner child energy with this wish upon a star and great and full. Some of you guys, your inner child is screaming at you. Like, I can see it, like actively fighting you to wake up or come into some form of awareness around something. It's almost like your inner child is saying a prayer. Imagine that. For you. For your you now. Your inner child is praying for you. For some of y'all. Praying, wishing on star. Oh, I just hope we can get into alignment. Like, you know what I mean? Really rooting for you. But again, there is some sort of disconnect here, because somebody has a merry motive, solar plexus. Either someone is trying to actually drain your energy or trying to shift your will. And again, I am not a believer in people making other people do anything. No one can truly make you do anything you don't want to do. Do you know what I mean? Rarely are we held at like gunpoint to do something. And I hope that doesn't trigger anybody if you have been, but still it's I guess accountability. Okay, so that clarified it. I didn't even realize that I shuffled the deck. The royal you, more solar plexus energy, a merry mode of the royal you. That's what's close. Some sort of birthright, some sort of ancestral inheritance. I think that's like either spiritually something's being passed down to you or wants to be passed down to you, collective. But in order for it to come down towards you, body and soul got to get in alignment. Like, you got to either be very grounded and you got to heed this inner child's warning. Some of you, this could even be a warning from your child if you have children. I'm sorry to get into that, but I feel like a child is going to say something to you about somebody that you're around. They ain't really, I feel like that's maybe the energy. Like, I don't really mess with them. I don't really like them. Oh, yeah, that got a little heavy. Out of the mouth of babes is what I just heard. Isn't that a saying? Like, out of the mouth of babes, truth comes, or something like that. It's like a child is going to speak the truth. It's almost like for the collective of y'all where you're not necessarily heeding your inner child and you have children, your child, or maybe more than one of your children, are going to speak as if they're your inner child, and it's going to hit you like that. Like, I get that this child is going to say something. It's going to be real. Like, they're very observant. And what they say, it may be a little blunt too. They're saying it like it is. And they're saying it as if they truly mean it, because it is what they see. Like, don't disregard this child. If they come to you and say, I don't really like this person, or, you know what I mean? And that maybe took a lot of courage for that child to say that to you. Or maybe this child is used to just letting you know what it is and what it ain't. Either way, don't disregard that child, because they are absolutely right. They're tuned in, and or they're perceiving something that you're not seeing. Some of y'all gave birth to an ancestor. Or an ancestor is now your child, and they're tapped in. And so it's like they're trying to tap you in to this wish. So this wish could be something that is ancestral. So your ancestors from time, have been trying to align with this, and it feels like you collective are closer or the closest to it that any one of your ancestors have ever been. So again, it's something about heeding either your own inner child or a child that you have. If they come to you letting you know that something ain't right, they're not really with something, or they're expressing themselves, please listen. Don't shun that child. Don't disregard them. Don't ignore them. Take them seriously, because they are absolutely spot on with what they're perceiving about somebody. Because I could kind of get, it could be, oh, they're just a child. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, what do they really know? No, they're tapped in. They know. It's just you who's a little off. Do you know what I mean? The royal you. Out of the mouth of babes. Yeah, it's kind of like there's this innocence. And again, it's a child. So they're literally just sponges. And this child is just calling it like they see it. So this would say that your inner child has maybe, that's maybe why they're screaming, trying to get you to see yourself as the royal you, trying to get you to step into your ancestral power and lineage and kind of move like you know who you are. Truly. Not just talking about it, like actually being about it in real life. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think it's easy to get vocal. It's easy to just say all the right things, but are you doing the right things? Are you aligning with the right things? Are you actually heeding your intuition? Because if you're not, it's a waste. And I feel like that's why the ancestor always shows up. Don't waste all the work we've done to get you here. Don't do that. Yeah, that awakening genius always comes in to kind of be like, all right, like, let's get it together. Let's get back to the path that we need to be on. Let's get reconnected. It's time to come home. Yeah, some of y'all, this might even feel like coming home to yourself. Or you've been away from home for a while, but again, home is where you are. Home is in the heart. So it's like coming back into your heart, great and full. Okay. Man, I have been getting so much off the oracles lately. It's like that could just be the whole reading. But let's recap. We have 4 great and full with the root chakra. We have body and soul. Number 5 again with the root chakra and earth energy for both of those. We have 29 breaking down into an 11 with awakening genius. It is the throat chakra, also known as sound in this particular oracle deck. And we have the third eye. $39 breaking down into 12, breaking down into a 3, which, hold on one second. I don't know why I'm blanking on that, but I feel like I need to know. Light. Thank you. Okay. I'm like, what is the energy connected to that? It's light energy. So yeah, this is stepping deeper into your light, the royal you, right? Coming out of the shadow into the light. Whatever this challenge is or whatever this situation is, it's getting you to face your shadow. Ooh, you got to face it. Can't run from it. You can't avoid it. You have to face it. You have to address it head on. And I'm saying you have to. Not telling you what to do. You got free will. You can do what you want to do. But I'm here reading the energy for you. And that's what the energy is asking of you. Okay. So tell me more here about great and full divine. What's going on with this root chakra energy under this new moon in Taurus and Gemini? Tell me more about great and full. The 5 of Pentacles, right? Grounding yourself in gratitude, not focusing. Come on now, y'all. Come on now, focusing on the wrong things. That was in the pre-channel, right? Distractions. Getting you focused on the wrong things. Worrying about the wrong things. I always like to point out with the 5 of Pentacles that it is a card of financial worry, or against worrying about your stability, or feeling like an outsider, an outcast, or that, you know, unsupported and all of that, but you're one more pentacle higher than the Four of Pentacles, where you were comfy. So you have one more pentacle than you had before, but it just feels different. It requires a different you. And that's where the worry sets in. Can I do it? Can I show up? Is this going to actually work? Is it going to work out? Am I going to get to the 6? And even kind of with this woman here, yeah, with this woman looking back, it's like you're almost looking back at when you were at the Four of Pentacles. Man, I wish I could go back there. That's that time machine. That's my comfort zone. I want to go back to my comfort zone, but you already stepped out on faith. You already stepped out on faith. You already took the risk. Why not continue going forward? So any sort of worry, concern, doubt, fear, all of that, ground yourself in gratitude for what you have, because usually that stems from thinking about what you don't have, or again, where you lack. There is no lack. You have everything that you need, right? And I know that, again, easier said than done, because everybody's situation is different. And based on what it looks like, it could look very, yeah, despairing. You know what I mean? It could be difficult. But even in those moments, can you find gratitude for the smallest things? Start with the absolute smallest things. Did you see the sun today? Did you get fresh air? Are you able to walk? Are you able to talk? You know what I mean? And there's just so many things that we can be grateful for that we often overlook on a day-to-day basis that are challenges for other people. And so it's really counting this, even the smallest of blessings is what can kind of help push you to that Six of Pentacles, push you forward. Okay. Tell me more about great and full. The Six of Cups, right? So there's that inner child coming out. Got a little bit of sacral chakra energy there. There's some third eye coming through with the purple and the orange. All blue here with the Five of Pentacles. So there's that awakening genius, right? The throat chakra. And then you got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. A new approach. That's just what I keep hearing. It's a new approach. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups for great and full. Yeah. The Seven of Cups and the Lover. So like I said, some of you guys, this is relationship-y. Has a tinge of relationship in it, whether romantic or platonic. Again, for you to decide. But the Seven of Cups, it's like distraction. That's just, that's just what I'm trying to say. It's mixed emotions, mixed feelings, emotional conflict, not being very certain about what to feel. Six of Cups to the Seven of Cups. But again, so in the same way where I said, again, the Four of Pentacles is a comfort zone. The Five of Pentacles is one more than the Four, but it's just a different environment. It's a risk. It's unsure. You don't know. There's all that worry. It's the same thing with the Six of Cups. Harmony, balance, Six of Cups. Now you're in the Seven of Cups. Something's thrown off that harmony or that balance. And it's trying to figure out what cup is doing that. And then you come to realize that it's all the cups. And you get to the Eight of Cups, right? There's a little bit of off energy in each cup. Or whatever is in those cups no longer serves you anymore. Serves your purpose, I should say. Serves your path, where you're going. And this feels like this path is the Lovers. So coming out of union with fear and worry and doubts and stress and looking back, some of you, that's where the stiff neck is. The stiff neck is you're focused backwards. Time machine. When there's so much forward of you, it's turning that neck. It's just turning that neck. And the world, right? Come on now, y'all. Y'all know spirit be here. The world, it's time to end that cycle. Time to end that cycle. Beautiful, beautiful greens and blues here. So heart chakra, throat chakra, a little bit of purple, third eye. What else? The world and the wheel of fortune. Y'all, come on now. After me saying you have so much to look forward to, so much ahead of you, you got to turn your head forward. Why? Because the world and the wheel of fortune. That's why. Because the world is trying to support you moving forward. Where you'll find that ancestral support, inheritance, good energy, good luck is forward, not backwards. But then it's like some of you are in this realm of thought of, well, why isn't it happening, and why? It's because you're still looking backwards, or you're still dealing with things that should have. I hate saying should. I really do. I really do loathe the word should, because I wish it was out of the vocabulary, because truly, again, it's free will. It's like it goes against free will. You have free will, you do what you want to do. No one can really tell you should be doing this and you should have this, and it's just unnecessary pressure, right? But it's so common to say. So let me correct myself. The world and the wheel of fortune, everything that you are meant to let go of. The Seven of Cups, you're still holding on to, you're still sipping from. Everything you're meant to let go of is what you're focused on. The moment you shift your focus, ding, it's like, I just heard like the microwave go off. Ding, it's ready. The world, end. Now you're on the wheel of fortune. And mind you, traditionally in tarot, these cards mirror one another. A circle with the fixed energies around it. Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. It's just in the wheel of fortune, the rest of the path hasn't been written yet. So when the wheel of fortune shows up, it says, hey, here's an opportunity to spin the narrative differently, to create a new path. Here's the opportunity to shake things up. Do it differently. If you don't like how it's going, write it out differently. Write a new way. You know what I mean? It's like, here's the moment of co-creation. A big one, a pivotal one, to shift you out of something. So the world and the wheel of fortune here supporting you. Jupiter is in Taurus, isn't it? Yes, it is. So there you go. Here's Jupiter showing up, helping you in cycles, in soul cycles, is what I feel with body and soul here. I feel like for some of you, again, with the Six of Cups and the Lovers, it feels like these are soul cycles with people, places, things, material things, maybe with the Five of Pentacles, that you're meant to let go of, that have been a comfort zone for you. But for the Seven of Cups to be here, it's not a healthy comfort zone. Seven of Cups can also say you got to detox. Some of you, there's a real detox that has to happen. Come on, y'all. Spirit is, thank you, Spirit, for always being here and showing up and showing out. The Ten of Cups with the Star card at the bottom. I do not talk for my health, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Because, again, you're so close. Some of y'all are so close. You're so close. You could almost probably taste it. You're tasting this Ten of Cups. It's right there. But neck is still looking back. You still haven't let go of what you needed to let go of. Or what you're meant to. It's not even about needing to. You're meant to let go. It's meant. Wheel of Fortune in the world. It's meant. It's destiny. It's written. Some of you guys might be struggling with trying to prolong relationships with the Lovers, connections that are meant to end a long time ago, to be honest. If we're just going to keep it a whole buck, a long time ago. Long time ago. Ten of Cups. Come on now. Tell me the energy between body and soul and awakening genius. The Nine of Cups, right. Wish upon a star. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, contentment, personal happiness. There's your third 9. 999. Look up the meaning of that number, because I do feel like for those of you that'll resonate, it's going to clue you into where you're at right now and what you need to be, or hopefully can shift your focus to and gain a deeper understanding of why you're at this point. Your happiness is at stake. I keep hearing self-sacrificial. Some of you have an old pattern of sacrificing your happiness for people who wouldn't do the same for you, who don't do the same for you. But because you love them, and I am going to put air quotes around that because it wouldn't be true love. It wouldn't be genuine love. With the Six of Cups, it would be a form of karmic love. Meaning love that's here to teach you a lesson. Because love wouldn't have you worrying. Five of Pentacles. Love wouldn't leave you stranded. Love wouldn't put you out in the cold. Love wouldn't have you emotionally conflicted and confused. Love is peace. It's peaceful. Even amid challenges. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but it's still peaceful. You know where you're at. You don't have to question it. Seven of Cups is questioning. Tell me more about awakening genius. Nine of Wands. There's your fourth 9. Collective. I was about to yell. I was really about to yell. The Sun. And Judgment. All right, the major arcanas are here. So clearly this is, like I said, this is a soul cycle. These are soul lessons, soul endings. Endings with phases within your soul that have been really honestly crying, crying to be ended. That's what I was getting maybe from that inner child energy, Six of Cups. It's like the inner child is like, yo, I'm done with this. Like, when are we going to move on? Why do we keep doing this? It's like, and they're wanting me to put it this way, it's like somebody is sacrificing their inner child for the past, for something that isn't even worth it. And I'm going to say like that, you know it's not worth it. 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 Yet judgment, the Sun and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're tired. You're exhausted. There's no joy in that. Your inner child wants to have joy. The 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups. It's like, like I said, some of you guys, your inner child is like praying for you to choose it. I pray for my higher self or my 3D self to choose me. Over the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, like, where does that even compare? It's like, what are you even really holding on to? And I'm asking you these questions in this way, collective, because it really feels like it has to be that blunt and that direct. Like, no tiptoeing around it. Are you afraid, collective? Are you afraid to have the 10 of Cups? To be happy? Because that cycles through my channel sometimes, maybe based on who's tuning in, where there's this fear of being happy because it doesn't last. Or every time I've ever been truly, genuinely happy, something has come along to change it. Or to take it away from me. So how about I just avoid being happy altogether so it can't be taken away? But that's no life to live. That's not a life. That's no life to live. Judgment. Pluto, like I said, in retrograde till October. And did I not say awakening genius comes out when your ancestors are like, get it together. We don't work too hard. We've been doing too much. Come on. Don't waste the opportunities we're sending you, Wheel of Fortune in the world and the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Don't waste the sun. Don't burn your daylight. Like it's just it's kind of like, come on. I just get that from somebody's ancestors. It's like, come on. Come on, the royal you. Let's stop acting like the Five of Pentacles. Like, it's, how could I say that? It's like somebody's operating in a lower frequency than their soul actually vibrates. It's almost like trying to keep your vibration low when you're meant to vibe high, or you're meant to ascend something, but you're trying not to. Or, and again, collective, this might not be you. This could be somebody you're dealing with. So maybe it's just important for you to understand where they're at or what's going on with them. Okay, so only take it how it resonates. Could be dealing with a King of Wands. But I also feel like that's, the King of Wands could also be your ancestor. Yeah, because the King of Wands is looking at the ancestor here, and it's connected here to the sun. You're lighting a fire. Let's go. That's definitely the King of Wands. King of Wands does not like to waste time. They do not like to burn daylight like that. Don't waste the energy. If I'm gonna rev you up and I'm gonna fire you up, don't waste it. Put it to good use. It's a master card. So your ancestors are asking you to master your spirit right now. If this is you, take it again how it resonates. But the Eight of Swords, stiff neck. Eight of Swords is a stiff neck. I'm choosing not to see it. I don't want to look. No, 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 no. Here's one thing I will say, and it feels like it has to be said. Don't think that just because your ancestors and the divine and however you want to name it and call it and connect to it is showing up for you and providing all of these opportunities and gifting you with things and gifts and all of that. Let's not move like that can't be taken away. If it is wasted and unused or not used properly. Okay, so a lot of that, it's difficult. We all go through it as we ascend, right? We feel like we're on top of the world card, the Wheel of Fortune, the world is ours. We can do what we want. Oh my gosh, I got all this power. Yay, feel good. You abuse it in any way, you take it for granted, you fall straight on down quicker. With a quickness, quicker than you could say, uh-oh, sorry, my bad. Like, you already down. You feel me? So it's almost kind of like the ancestors here that are present, because I feel them, are like, there's no more time to waste. Y'all, go, if you haven't already, if you already have, go watch that Taurus season reading. There's no time to waste. I also feel like they're not going to waste their time anymore if this person, or if it's not you, like whomever this is, if you're going to actively choose to be in the Eight of Swords and have a stiff neck and not see it and just turn it, okay, it's going to go away. Judgment. So your ancestors are calling judgment and lighting a fire. You're either going to head towards the sun or you're going to stay burnt out. Like, you either step into that power or you don't. And it's not going to, again, you can't put that kind of stuff on a shelf and just say, oh, I'll get to it when I want to. Oh, I got time. I'll get to it later in life. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Let's not insult our ancestors like that. Absolutely not. And that's just me. You don't have to feel the same way. That's just how I've always connected with it. And that's how maybe my ancestors show up with me. And I kind of feel that for whoever this is. It's like, absolutely not. You're not about to just I'll get to it when I no, it's a here thing. It's judgment. It's now. We've worked to push all this. We can only hold, there it is. Thank you, Divine. I heard that so clearly. We can only hold the door open for so long before it eventually has to shut, before the wheel has to turn. And can't guarantee that that same door is going to open up again once you realign with the wheel, once that wheel come back around. Think about it. If the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, it takes Jupiter an entire year to move through all 30 degrees of a house. So that's a 12-year cycle. So if you miss this door, it might not come back around for another 12 years. Do you want to spend another 12 years in the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups? 12 years? Do you know what? I'm trying to drive it home. 12 years when you have an opportunity to get to the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups and the Sun. Tell me more about Wish Upon a Star. Some of y'all been I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be preachy, and please forgive me if I sound that way, because that is not my intent. I'm just trying to get the energy out. But some of y'all have been praying, hoping, wishing, yearning for this opportunity. Send me the Wheel of Fortune. I want the 10 of Cups. I want the Lovers. I want to be happy. 9 of Cups. I need the Sun. And here it comes. And you're thinking about staying in the 7 of Swords? 7 of Swords, right. You're thinking about sabotaging yourself? Staying in the 7 of Cups? You got the Knight of Cups here for Wish Upon. And the Hierophant, Taurus. Make wise choices. Make wise decisions. Come on. Somebody's definitely under judgment, y'all. It could be all of us. It definitely more than likely is all of us. So I'm not trying to single anybody out if you feel that way. Again, we all are facing this in certain aspects of our lives, or have to even just be reminded of why we're choosing the 10 of Cups, why we are choosing to get on this wheel and move forward. Why we're choosing to step into our power and choose love, right? Like it's so some of y'all just needed a reminder of why you're doing all this beautiful work. Others of you needed, yeah, you definitely, your ancestors are lighting a fire up under you to get going. No time to waste. Knight of Cups and the Hierophant. Wish Upon a Star. 6 of Swords. So again, that's what I'm trying to say. It's the inner child here, the Knight of Cups, trying to realign you with something that you are absolutely or were very passionate about at one point. Something that really does connect with your soul, water energy. Clarity, the Hierophant. Stepping into your personal power. This is how I'm showing up. So again, the High Priestess for me as a reader is more or less the subconscious energy. Your Hierophant is your consciousness. Hierophant is forward facing. It presents, it meets the people. It's the example, living by example. The High Priestess is your inner counsel. Yeah. And they work together so that if they're in alignment, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, then how you internally counsel yourself is how you show up and counsel others or support others, right? It's you're living who you are. You're living out your consciousness. 6 of Swords. So it's like clarity. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really moving forward mentally. Again, that was connecting to our pre-channel. Mentally moving forward, shifting forward, looking forward. Because remember when I said, oh, you guys just have to look forward, the World and the Wheel of Fortune came out, and the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All that joy, all that sunlight, all that happiness, all that harmony in your relationships, harmony with your body and soul, and being in that connected energy and alignment is waiting for some of y'all. It's waiting for some of y'all to choose it. It's never going to be forced onto you. That's the whole thing. That's why it's a co-creative process. It's never going to be forced onto you. Even a tower moment. Because guess what? The divine can have divine intervention and bring down a pillar in your life and a tower, and you could go back and rebuild it. That's your free will choice. After it's already been destroyed, you go back and rebuild it. So it's all about how you choose to, again, react and move forward and navigate when these situations happen. There's the star card again. Offering you an opportunity to align. Tell me more about the Nine of Cups. Come on now. Two of Cups. Some of y'all have soulmates waiting on you. And I'm not going to say waiting on you like they're conscious about it. It's unconscious. It's like there's timelines waiting to be activated here. People you haven't even met yet that are in alignment with you that can bring you a lot of happiness. The Ten of Swords, though, is you got to go through this mental shift and change. Or whomever this is. Because again, some of y'all, this is somebody you're dealing with. And the Hermit, exactly. Oh, Spirit said, no, it's you. No, this is internal. I mean, and again, this is showing up in different aspects of all of our lives, okay? So just take it how it resonates. But the Hermit, to clarify, the King of Wands. You've got to follow your soul. I love when the Hermit and the Hierophant are out. Because that means I am only truly looking to my inner compass for guidance in that way, as far as how I'm showing up and how I'm living this out. Trusting yourself. And what I love too is what? The Hermit and the Star are a pair for me. The Hermit and the Star are a pair. The Star is in the Hermit's lantern. How they're able to see through the dark is through their own alignment. Through their ability to face their naked truth. Hence why in the Star card, traditionally, the woman is naked. No clothes hiding the body and soul. Nothing acting as a barrier between you, nature, and spirit. Or you and God, however you want, you and the universe. Nothing blocking it. No material, just bare skin out. Are you able to face yourself in that energy? Can you see yourself in that energy? That is your true essence and the true you, your inner child. They're showing me the Star card in the Tazama Tarot, where it's the child carrying the vase of water. That's your true essence. Who you are, uninhibited, unjaded, unconditioned, free, raw energy. It's like that's what some of y'all are challenged to step into. Your raw energy, the King of Wands, absolutely. Raw fire, raw spirit. Walking spirit. Like just purely off the spirit. Just if the energy ain't right, I ain't doing it. I'm not with it. I have the power to shift and influence in the energy. That's like some of y'all have to step into that too. Like some situations that you might feel challenged by, you actually are that influential to change and shift just by you standing in your energy or showing up for yourself, being the Hierophant, acting out of wisdom will shift the whole thing. But some of you are maybe being passengers where you need to be drivers. I don't know why that's coming out. Maybe some of you are driving, listening to me now. That's like a very interesting way to put that. But yeah, it's like you're sitting in the passenger seat, letting someone else drive when you need to be in the driver's seat. Okay. Got the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I keep hearing there's timelines, there's timelines, there's timelines, there's timelines. There's communities waiting on y'all. Like, I really feel like that's that Eight of Swords. It's like you're not even aware of how your choices truly affect your life path. Or again, it's like they're showing me the Ten of Pentacles in my mind's eye. And it's like the Ten of Pentacles doesn't just benefit the people who created the environment. It also is a situation that feeds others. So by you necessarily turning a blind eye, and again, I'm only going to say you because I'm addressing y'all as a collective, but whoever this is, by turning a blind eye, it's halting that abundance for others. Like where, let's just say you're trying to catch a train and you're supposed to be on that train and you're supposed to meet someone on that train that then turns into something. And it's like, if you miss that train, then you miss that opportunity to activate that timeline with that person, to get to the Ten of Pentacles, or to create what you need to create, or to do what you need to do so that it shifts their life. And then it's like, we're all just atoms bouncing off around each other. But if you're not flowing in your natural essence, if you're not being true to yourself, if you're not stepping into that, then you're not bouncing off the right people. So it's like there's dormant parts of these timelines that can only truly be activated by your fire. King of Wands, the Sun, Judgment, right? It's like you being in alignment can only activate these pathways that are steeped in the Lover's energy. You just got to be brave enough to do it. For some of y'all, it's just like stiff neck. Some of y'all just dealing with a stiff neck. And that's the thing about it. I could talk till I'm blue in the face, but you have to choose it. You know what I mean? You have to say that, okay, I'm ready. I want to do that. Even if you're not ready. I don't know that I'm ready, but I'm going to keep going. Because it has to be better than where you're at. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Come on now. In comparison to the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Star, the Lovers, the Two of Cups. Come on. What are we talking about here? Princess of Cups. Seek out new emotional possibilities. A great and full heart. Compassion. Okay? Compassion. Now, again, we all go through this. You're not alone. Justice. It's time to balance the scales. Like, it's time. It's been time is what I'm kind of getting for some of y'all. Time's ticking. And maybe that's the whole analogy with me losing my moon mantra deck and then thinking I completely lost it. I'm just like, I lost an entire deck of cards. Like, how does that happen? And then finding it literally I was literally like, okay, I guess we're just not going to use it. We're setting up to turn on the whole setup, and then found it. So some of y'all are cutting it real close. Real close. Tell me more about the Royal You. Oh, you know what? It's not even on screen. So let's just move forward, eh? Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's see what the Crow Tarot has to say. Now, the descriptions for these oracles are super short, so whatever comes out, I will read from the book as I am learning this deck along with y'all. So thank you so much, Divine, for this powerful spread here for this new moon in Taurus and Gemini. Ghosts, come on. Ghosts of the past, ghosts of the past, ghosts of the past. Some of y'all are still entertaining ghosts from your past. Okay. Could also be that ancestral energy as well, but we'll see. Vibration of 20 breaking down into a 2. What else in connection to this new moon? Thank you. Oh. Risk. Okay. 41 breaking down into a 5. Yeah, you got to risk it. You got to risk it to get the biscuits. You feel me? Like, to get the biscuit is the 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the Lovers. Okay, and you got memory. Some of you are holding on to memories. That could be a part of what's hard to let go or hard to kind of shift here. It's the memories that you've either created with someone or something like that. Memories that might be the ghosts haunting you in some way. We'll see. Sacred space, exactly. 29 breaking down into an 11, 43 breaking down into a 7. All right. And you've got trickery with growth. So again, growth, growth, growth. This is an opportunity for growth, to plant seeds that will hopefully grow, right? 50 breaking down into a 5. So you do have 2 5s here, collective. So again, change is happening. Change is occurring. Let's get into this. 20 is ghosts, okay? Shadows of the past. Let them visit, but don't let them stay. They no longer hold substance in your world. The 7 of Cups. Come on now, y'all. Let me read that again. Shadows of the past. Let them visit, but don't let them stay. They no longer hold substance in your world, and if they linger too long, they may become trapped in your psyche. That's that Mary motive. Someone wants to be trapped in your psyche. Like some of y'all, this is like a person connected to this. All right, but let's move forward. Have you ever found yourself having an argument with someone who wasn't even in the room? The argument plays out in your head. That situation brought about the feelings and emotions that led to the internal disagreement is a ghost. Like a ghost repeating the pattern of walking through a room as it has done each night since its human form passed, it is stuck in a moment in time machine. There is nothing that can be said or done that will change what occurred. Ghosts ask that you examine your feelings regarding a past event. Are you able to find acceptance and move forward into healing? Some of you, that's the threshold, that's the door that your ancestors are holding open for you. Come through the door so you can heal. Okay? Are you unable to forgive or seek forgiveness, allowing old wounds of the past to remain open? Pay attention to when ghosts appear. They may indicate the source of a block. It might be time for an exorcism. Well, damn. Well, all right. Some of y'all, that exorcism is that's what I was feeling. It's your environment. Some of y'all got to get some people out your environment. That's just what it is. Yeah. Some of y'all, it's in your environment or the people you're around or connected to still from your past that's like a ghost. They only reflect the old version of you. That's what I was picking up on earlier. That's it. But you're not that person anymore. Or again, you don't want to be, maybe. Okay. Let's look at memory. 29. Crows never forget a friend or a foe. In a changing, populated landscape, these remarkable birds recognize the faces of those who have hurt as well as helped. When crows spot a predator or known human who has been less than kind, they go into a frenzy, calling out to all that danger is near. They spread the word about the good stuff too, such as people who tend to share their lunch or places where food is often discarded. What is remarkable is they also pass down the memory of their experience to their young. Like I said, for those of you where you resonated with the children aspect, you have created a pathway for your ancestor to be incarnated as your child. Memory. Yeah. As complex as these birds are, forgiveness does not seem too likely. Memory asks you to examine areas where you may be letting a past hurt or situation impact how you engage with someone today. Are you cautious or holding a grudge? Do you expect others to behave in a certain way because of past behavior? Some of you are waiting on people to change. Oh, collective. Some of y'all are waiting on people to change. And that waiting is holding you back. You're focused on the wrong things. Yeah, we'll get into that. Let me get through this because I know I'm already long-winded, y'all. I know. All right. Let's look at risk. 41. The clams on the rock represent an interesting opportunity for the daring crow. Despite the raging waves that threatened to pull the crow into water, the bird held its position long enough to grab a piece of clam meat. Hold on. Like I said about losing my deck, I was patient enough. I was just like, okay, it'll come up, it'll happen, I'll find it. And then I found it, right? So when something seems lost or impossible or unattainable or you can't overcome it, it's like, I gotta be patient. You just gotta hold out hope a little bit longer, okay? But more importantly, hope in yourself that it will. All right? You may need to assess if the reward is worth the risk. And if it is, now may be the time to take a chance on something you desire, wishing upon a star. Risk brings to your awareness an opportunity that others might forgo out of fear. Y'all, this is ancestral. I will dare to even say that your ancestors have been presented with this same opportunity to step onto these timelines or to activate these timelines, and fear got the best of them. I feel that very strongly for some of y'all out there. As a result, you may discover there is less competition, opening the door for you to succeed more easily. So some of y'all are in a position to succeed at activating these timelines more easily than your ancestors were. Okay? So from their perspective, it's like, what is really stopping you? You know what I mean? Like, don't be us. Don't repeat that pattern of letting fear keep you from these doorways or these thresholds or these timelines or this sun energy, because I keep seeing it in my mind's eye. All right. Let's go ahead and look at sacred space. Yeah, maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach or your favorite path in the woods. Sacred space may also point to an inner place, a belief you hold dear. That imagery with the wish on the star. It is a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it is a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It's time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with this space, as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. So again, it's like your ancestors are opening a sacred space for you. Again, I think a lot of y'all, it might be internal, it could be external, take it how it resonates. But it's offering you to connect. Judgment, 9 of Wands, you're tired. Judgment, you've done enough. You've done maybe too much. You've held on too long. You know what I'm saying? You focused on it. Like, come on, get into the sacred space. Come into the sun. Come into the warmth. Let's do some healing. All right. And let's look at trickery. Crows are known for stealing another bird's stash and then hiding it, covering it up with leaves to throw off its tracks. Trickery brings to your attention that someone may be trying to deceive you. Listen. When trickery appears, it is a signal to be aware, to be more conscious of the action of those around you, because someone may be trying to employ a bit of deception to get what they want. Collective. Y'all. A merry motive. Someone is motivated to get what they want. And what they want is for you to not be in this wish fulfillment, to not activate these timelines, to stay playing with ghosts. Child. Oh. If you have a contract to sign, give it a closer look. There may be a clause in there that was not discussed that you may find unfavorable. Trickery takes many shapes and sizes, from the innocent trickery to getting someone out of the house so that a birthday party can be prepared, to an employer using their position to get you to work overtime by promising a promotion that will never materialize. Some of y'all are being made promises that aren't going to come. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all waiting for people to change. Somebody keeps saying they're going to be different. They're going to be better. Da, 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 and it's not going to happen. I'm sorry to say it to you like that. It's not going to happen. I've gotten this energy before, y'all. They're not going to do anything to change. That is not even on the agenda for them. It was one of the readings I did. I think it was a love reading where the Queen of Pentacles was in reverse. Like, they have no plan, no nothing. I can't remember which reading that was. If y'all remember, put it in the comments below. So for those of y'all that might not have seen it, so you could tune in, okay? But it's something like that. Oh yeah, no, I want to do this. I want to create the 10 of Cups. I want to have that with you. I do. But they're not doing anything to move that along. If anything, they're doing more to stop it from happening. Trickery, y'all, I'm trying to tell you. This card may also indicate that your situation could benefit from allowing for some innovative and creative thinking. King of Wands. Okay. A little deception for the sake of the greater good may be warranted. Okay. So maybe getting away from this situation, really, you know what I mean? You might have to, I don't even want to say that, but I guess that's what the card is suggesting. You might have to fight trickery with trickery here. But again, some of y'all are waiting for someone to make good on a promise that they made you that they're not going to make good on. And you sitting there waiting for them is exactly what they want, because they're never going to show up. And I hate to just put it to you like that, but that's just there. And show up, whether that's show up for you emotionally, show up for you physically, mentally, support you in any way that you're waiting on, actually change their ways and change their thinking and be who they keep saying they're going to be. It's not going to happen. They have no interest in doing it. That's the trick. The trick is, I'm going to present that that's what it's going to be, but I'm never going to be it. So you're always going to be hoping for that. World card and the Wheel of Fortune. Got to end it. Got to end it. Because there's people who you don't have to wait for. Collective. You don't have to wait for them to change. You don't have to wait for them to get into alignment, because they're already actively in their alignment. They already hold themselves accountable for their own alignment. So it's going to give you more room to do the same. But when you're pouring all yourself into trying to get somebody to get into alignment, you're falling out of alignment. And somebody knows that. That's that trickery. Somebody knows that. And somebody knows, collective, that once you tap into your sacred space, for some of you, it is communion or union with your inner child, whatever inner world you've created or sanctuary you created. When you really steep yourself in that, they're a memory. Ghost, gone, dust. It's over. It's over. So of course they're going to do everything that they can to try to tell you, keep looking back, keep looking back. See, look. I'm changing. I'm doing it. I'm going to do 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 it. No. How many times you got to hear that? Let actions speak louder than words. This person ain't going to do nothing different. Even if they fake it for a little while, you can't fake it forever. That's why I don't like that saying, fake it till you make it. No, be it. Period. Be it. Just be it. It's a lot easier than the mind allows you to think it is. Just be it. Don't fake it. Just be it. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I know I can get kind of preachy, and I'll try not to be, but that's just how this energy span out. Let's get an affirmation. I'm going to tune in with y'all. Hi, Daylight Dancer. Thanks for being here, love. Yes. You know what? Y'all be so in tune. Daylight Dancer said, when you're driving, you can't look back or you'll crash. Exactly. Exactly. You could look back when you're in the passenger seat because you're not in control of the wheel. Some of y'all got to look, if I'm looking back, who's driving the car? Who's driving the chariot? If I'm the one looking back, it ain't you. Like, come on now. Like, so that could be that. Get aware. Get aware about who you're around, what's going on around you, right? Thank you, Daylight Dancer. I love that. That is spot on. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I know that that's hard to hear, y'all. Hearing somebody's not going to change and they keep saying, oh, and you want to believe, you want to have hope. You want to have that compassion. You want to believe that it's possible. And I think that's where sometimes collective, especially for my soul tribe, I know, right? Where you got to be careful with letting people use your heart against you. When someone knows your heart, and let's just say that they're not necessarily in tune with theirs, they know what they can. Some people will try it like that. They know what to say, how to present it so that it tugs at your heart, and then you'll want to open up to them, you'll want to help them, you'll want to be there, you'll want to believe, you'll want to support, right? And so you're focused on them and what they have going on. All the while your life is moving. Like, you more than likely need to be using that energy for yourself, right? But because of the compassion, because you know, again, I feel like my soul tribe here, y'all know it's that energy of, I don't want anybody to feel the way I've felt. I have fallen through that cycle and down that rabbit hole with people so many times. I don't like the idea of somebody feeling a way that I have felt that I did not enjoy. I don't want to make anyone feel like they're not supported. Like, you know what I'm saying? I will go out of my way, right? I feel like y'all are similar in that way. And it's like, you gotta be careful with that, because some people will know that and they'll use that to their advantage. You won't ever get the full story from them. It'll only be the version of the story that paints the certain picture so that you believe one thing when actually it's a whole other. And then it's the thing of, well, why would they lie? Why would they not tell me? You know what I'm saying? It's because you wouldn't do that. You'd be authentic. You'd be honest. You'd be open. But that's not everybody. Not everybody has your heart, my loves. Not everybody has your heart. Not everybody has your spirit. So you just have to be mindful that you're not being tricked here out of something that is rightfully yours, or out of some alignment that, again, I feel this from someone's ancestors that have been pushed, like been working, pushing, moving, shifting, fighting in the spirit to get you to, because you're the one closest to the door. It's like, imagine thousands and thousands and thousands of spirits and souls on your spirit team pushing you physically, like physically behind you. Everybody pushing on one another to get you through that door. Because if you get through the door, they all do. You know what I mean? It's that deep for some of y'all. Maybe not all of y'all, but it's that deep for some of y'all. So it's assessing, is the risk worth the reward? Is the risk of staying in the Eight of Swords, not moving through this threshold, is that going to bring you the reward that you truly want? Okay, here we go. You know what? I wasn't really focused. They told me to put that back. All right. So what's the moon mantra? Because I'm sure we're like 3 hours into this reading. Moon mantra here we go. Cultivating trust and intimacy within allows me to move with unwavering purpose. It requires me to embrace my inner passion, my raw intensity, my primal instinct. Like I said, y'all, your raw energy, your true essence, your true soul, okay? Honoring my innate nature is a radical reclamation of the feral feminine wisdom that continues to emerge. The incredible willpower, drive, and intensity that can be oppressed no more. So a lot of you have been oppressing yourselves for others. Okay? Ignoring your purpose to focus on other people's purposes. Ignoring your inner passion, dimming your raw intensity, your internal sun. for other people. And again, it happens. I mean, y'all, the conditioning is so deep on that it transfers through bloodline. Like the memory card says, the memory of who hurt you and what hurts and how that hurts or who harmed is passed down. Absolutely. But no more, if you so choose. No more. Okay? All right, y'all. I kind of want to get one more. We're already in this. Any other affirmations or mantras? Okay, y'all. It is safe to release the past. I surrender and welcome new experiences with grace and gratitude. I trust choices and decisions made from my heart. I am secure, wholly supported, and divinely loved. Some of y'all needed that. I'm going to pin these in a comment below the video, okay? Extending myself forgiveness, love, and compassion is the first step in creating the awareness required to come into loving alignment with myself. I surrender my worries and fears to the Divine Mother, creating the space to focus on nurturing my heart and soul. Yeah, these are definitely going in the comments. All right, so those are our mantras here for this beautiful new moon. Again, like I said, they'll be in the comments underneath this video. I thank you guys so much for tuning in, for bearing with me, and just embracing all that comes with this channel. I know these readings can be long, but I thank you guys for always being here and showing up and showing your love and support. Like I did say, make sure you participate in the new poll on the community board, because I would love to know how you guys want to move forward with the astrology tarot and the love tarot readings. Okay, I want to start whatever changes we decide to make in June, so we have until the end of the month to figure all of that out. Leave a comment underneath that poll as well if you just want to share your thoughts on how those readings benefit you or which way would benefit you best, okay? I'm open to that. I want to hear that from y'all. So thank you to everybody who has already done so and will do so soon. Again, if you're tuning in at a later time, you're not here with me live, just make sure you say hi in the comments down below. I'd love to know who is here hanging out with us or who found this reading, okay? And if you enjoy this reading and this series and all of the other series here on my channel, just make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss another live. All right, y'all. Happy new moon. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy the next 2.5 days. Really simmer on all of this, okay? Embrace this opportunity to walk through that threshold. The royal you is waiting. It's waiting for you. That version of you is waiting for you to be activated. They want you there. That's where your divine, the ancestors want you to get to, okay? And what you maybe have to turn your focus away from might be hard, but it's worth it. It's worth the risk, okay? Alrighty, my loves. Thank you again, Daylight Dancer. Thank you, Angela. Ooh, I want to say, is that Gigantus? Bodarock? That's a very interesting name. Thank you for being here, love. And thank you, Aurora, as always, for being here. Everybody, y'all, your insights, your comments, I love them. I love them. I can't wait to come back and read through all of these. But I will catch you all in the next one, all right? Namaste. Oh, you know what? Let's sound the singing bowl to end.